Check, check, check. Is this thing on? Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live and being here with the crypto lifer Samuel James Price. Yeah, I don't usually introduce myself, but let me do that. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We'll take a look at the markets in a split second, but we're banging on them. I wanted to talk about a few things right when I woke up this morning, and I'm inspired. I'm inspired by being alive. I'm inspired by being here. I'm inspired by every moment in time that we get to be alive and that we get to cherish these moments in time. I like to drink the lemon water with each and every one of you. When we start the live stream, it is a ceremonial process, and it is decalcifying the pineal gland. If you don't know what I just said, please Google those terms. It'll start your journey into another realm of life. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for calling yourself crypto lifers and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Because without your time, you can do nothing else. Everything you do in your life is a trade. People don't realize that. You trade your time for money. You trade your love for relationships. You trade your time for your kids, for your parents, your wife. Every single thing in life is a trade. The more you learn to trade, I think the better you get at everything in life, because it accentuates whether you're greedy, whether you're patient, and you learn so much about who you truly are. So let's jump in. Let's look at the mirror of trading in ourselves. Let's have a blast today. Let's enjoy our togetherness. Let's enjoy the love, and let's keep it moving. Let's keep that music pumping and moving. Let's chug that lemon water. Let's feel unbelievably amazing, and let's have a blast. Thank you for coming on in. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you for showing up. I woke up this morning and said, "Dear Lord, thank you for the use of my legs, man. I may walk to the bathroom." There's some people that wake up, the first thing they have to do is go to the bathroom, like most of us. It's the first thing I usually have to do. And what if you were in a wheelchair? What if you couldn't get to the bathroom by yourself? What if you needed to ring a bell and ask an assistant to help you get into a chair, get to the bathroom? What would that feel like? What if you were dreaming of running and then you woke up and you had no legs? So I cherish the fact that I get to walk to the bathroom every morning. I start with that gratitude, and my day just begins to move in a lovely way. Like, dear Lord, thank you so much for the use of my legs, man. I may walk to the bathroom, amen. And then I get up. Dear Lord, thank you for this blessing and what you've given me, man. I wake up, Keep Satan and Shaitan out of my life. Keep the devil out of my life. Keep me around good people that believe in good things and positive energy. Let me live in love. And I love you all. Let's keep it moving. And I already worked out today. I meditated. I'm in a good spot for each and every one of you. I got myself into a good place. Let's talk about the gains in the channel. If you were in this channel, if you were in my trading group, you would have been given this trade on 5/31. Not given it, but you would have been given an idea, and then you would have had to put your own technical analysis on it. And if the TA played out for you from what you've learned from me, then you could have taken the trade. We are not a signals group. We don't tell you what to buy and sell. We teach you what to do. For instance, it's like if I was in hockey and I said, you hit the shot right now. And it's like, no, you need to know when to hit the shot in the moment. You can't learn exactly when. It's not life doesn't work like that. So shout out to everybody here. Gains on gains, E3S, 35%. We put it out on 11:12 in the morning of May 31st. This is a bit of a cup and handle, kind of slight, not really, but you had a little slight cup there, mostly a falling wedge. I also drew a Fibonacci. We were at the 618 Fibonacci level. That's a known bounce area. We bounced right off the 618. We went up 35% gains. I mean, that's a no-brainer. 35% in 2 days. Almost less than that because it was in the morning. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Appreciate you for gaining the gains. So if you took that ETH short with me, you'd be up 35%. Shout out to each and every one of you who may or may not have jumped on in. If you learned from this, that's all I want to know. If you would learn from it, that is also had this trend line here that seemed to not break, and E3S would be the play of the day. Let's talk about Bitcoin. So if you're in my trading group, we nailed that. We talked about VID yesterday, banged on that for 42% gains. Bitcoin would just continue to blast, again, given on May 31st. Bang, bang, bang. In my trading group last night, Lava X was posted by one of my premier elite analysts, and he nailed it again. Shout out to my man, Rainier. You're awesome, dude. So many people have so many good things to say about you in the group. Unbelievable. Why do I keep doing that? Dang. But check it out. Thank you. E3S in a bit of a cup and handle popped up 35% gains. Bang, bang, bang. Right? And then I just want to show you it's also in here. I just forgot to hit the button. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm a human being. Today I said no more button forgetting, Sam. Come on, man. Got to be better than that. So look, this is the trade that we posted. This is the trade that was posted here at 5:31. All right? Mouse is acting up now. Tell you, man, my computer's doing... I'm ordering a new computer because I don't know what's going on. Mouse is acting up on Discord there. Anyway, so 5:31 this was posted, and it banged for 35% gains. Yeah, my mouse is like not acting right on the left side of the screen. Like, come on. Anyway, shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. So ETH banged on them. All right. Lava X banged on them. And a bunch of, a few other coins. Phantom. We shorted Phantom. That continued to go. I posted these a long time ago. Once we saw the diamond on Bitcoin, that's when you run into the shorts. Solana. We had a Sol 3S too as well. Bang, bang, bang. These are cup and handles. Sammy cup and Addy to the upside. And I mean, this is a beautiful call. 64% gains, hidden bullish divergence, bang into the upside, bang, bang, bang. Sammy cup and handy with a bit of a cup and handle here. Not a textbook cup and handle, but a bit of a long cup with the handle. It would bang to the upside, right to resistance, get rejected. 64% gains. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. You know, and it says there could be more gains out of the cup and handle. That's what it says. That's what the technical analysis says. I don't know. I always still can't believe the technical analysis when it's like definitely going up. I'm like, really? I'm like, for sure. And there it goes. It bangs, bangs, bangs to the upside. Shout out to each and every one of you here. Let's pop out the chat. Let's take a look at everybody. Let's say hi to the mods. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to the 304 people, the 1099 in Super Chats, 155 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I didn't ask yesterday, and we didn't hit our goal like we usually do. So please, 150 or 146 of you, if I do the math pretty fast, look at that. 146 of you, 301 by 156. Now it's 145. But please jump on in, hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. I have watched the channel and I've not hit the like button before by complete accident. But when the guy says it, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta hit that like. And if I believed in you, if I loved you, trust me, I would show up and hit that like button every single day. If you were my sister, my brother, and I knew you were streaming, I would come and hit that like button for you every single day. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. You might just read a tweet like this. Bitcoin is the most important asset ever created, and everyone should strive to have some exposure to it. This is something that's very important. Sorry. Damn, my messages. How do you just get rid of the messages? Like, everything is, computers bug me out, man. Like, why isn't this disappearing? Like, everyone has to have to see that I have my correspondence. Why isn't that disappearing? That's annoying. It really is. Anyway, follow me on Twitter. 5,386 on our way to 6,000 followers. I would greatly appreciate it if you did it. Look, master of the stablecoin. It still says that? He still has that? You'd think he would take that down by now. I tell you what. If I was part of a fiasco like that, I would not call myself the master of it. I'll tell you that. The mastermind of the stablecoin, and you think about it, isn't that kind of funny, right? The Phoenix Dex goes live. First Dex to launch on Terra 2.0. So they're still launching Dex. I mean, hey, he got bagged by Citadel, and he's saying, I'm going to do me. Anyway, interesting. That's crazy. So these are the calls that we made in the channel. Just want to point it out. We bang, bang, bang on them every single day, And if not me, my analysts, it's a group. So see, when I'm on Discord, it's making this disappear just for whatever reason. Let me I'll put Discord back up and down. Weird. A little glitch in the matrix. Can we just appreciate Sam wearing a jacket for us in this heat? Bernie took $6 billion and went to jail. Do Kwon takes $6 billion and starts Luna 2.0. More like master of unstable coin. That's funny. Shout out to Renair. Morning, folks. Shout out to PCal, man. You blew my mind last night. I just want to kind of call you out real quick. Unbelievable with how you're watching the echoes of time through the stochastics. How you're managing and going through that is unreal. Shout out to you. You are a hero in the group, man. People are really liking that. So shout out to you. But E3S we shorted, nailed it for 35% gain. Solana 3S we shorted, nailed it for 65% gain. Just, showing you that the cup and handle paves the way for gains. The cup and handle paves the way for gains. Let's take a look at Bitty Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening for Bitcoin on the day. And let's jump into the BTC USD Binance chart and find out where we stand. So I started the day talking about that we would be dumping to the downside. If you're in my trading group, you got an update at 7 in the morning. In that update, I drew this rising wedge. I suggested the rising wedge would break to the downside. Why? Because I do the same thing over and over again. And when you short the 15 and the 1 hour when they're both above the dotted line, you have a very high win rate. I'll tell you that. Most people don't do the same thing a lot, so they don't end up with the win rate. You see what I'm saying? Even this leg alone was enough. The 1 hour says there is more to the downside. Can the 15 minutes save the day? There's a chance. You have support right here if I bring this down, because look, resistance. You're bouncing off that support at 29,817, 29,800. But I see Bitcoin coming to the downside to the measured move at 29,500, 29,600 area. So I'm calling a short continue. I called the short there. It is continuing to the downside. So shout out to anyone that jumped on into the short. Shout out to my trading group. And this is the morning it's supposed to be. Like I'm supposed to put out the call at 7 and supposed to do what I say it's supposed to do. That's what happens 90% of the time, all right? Last few days was an anomaly. Like, I was like looking at it like, wait, you're not doing what the crypto lifer told you to do? Like, something's wrong. Now, what I did talk about, you can see me, I have this drawn here. And because I'm always optimistic and I'm always open-minded, is this going to be, see this W? Are we going to make a double bottom? What is that? A double bottom? A double bottom. Are we making a double bottom? Is this going to be accurate, which is accurate, right? So is the double bottom accurate? That would be the measured move that would take you to 30,761. That would coincide with this choppy area of, a bit of support and resistance that we would bump into. So for the day, Bitcoin's a lot easier today, in my humble opinion. It looks like we're going down for most of the day. All right, I wouldn't be opening up a lot of longs per se. Blessed for your Discord. Thoughts on NAKA and Wild. Shout out to Matt Stevens. We'll take a look at NAKA and Wild. Thank you for saying that. Two coins that I really like. I DCA'd into NAKA, and you know what? I thank God I went easy, because 30 cents, 25 cents, and now I stopped DCAing everybody because there could be a multi-year bear market into 7K Bitcoin. So I'm not DCAing right now per se. I have the coins that I have. Right now, what I'm doing, my strategy is I'm swing trading everything I can, making sure I'm not losing UST, not over trading. Music stopped for my sneeze. Amazing. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. Making fun of me, Danny? Huh? Accentuating the sneeze, Danny? You do that again, Danny, and me and you are going to have to mud wrestle. That sounds strange. Shout out to each and every one of you. Anyway, so look at this. Wow, look at the wickage, too. They try to bring it back up and dump it on you. They're doing a lot of manipulation on the 15. Quite interesting. Never overtrade, guys. Bless you. Salute. Anytime. Thank you. Thank you. Super chat, your thoughts on NAKA and Wild. Thank you. Grace Protocol. Shout out to all the moderators who show up tirelessly every single day. Philippe, Love Learning, East Jordan, Grace Protocol, When Dizzle 33, and more. I'm sure there's others here. Shout out to Stack McChange, whose schedule has changed, but he would be here every single day. We love you, Stack. Got to know Stack a little more last night. Got to sit with my crew, sat with my analyst. It was amazing, an amazing time. Shout out to Rainier. Shout out to everybody here in the trading group. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Rainier, if you can be there, 9 a.m. Saturday, we're having a group meeting. 9 a.m. Eastern time Saturday, we're having a group meeting. Crypto Cash, shout out to you, my man. Shout out to Scotty Swing, David Kendall, and all my amazing lifers. Shout out to Rodney Robinson, DJ Porter Rock, and Twisted Sisters and Fractal Rock, my man, 493 for the $1 super chat. I love you, man. Changing his name every day to match the stream. You're the man, dude. All right. Moving forward, shout out to everybody here on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. So if you've been in the trading group, you would have been aware that this was a rising wedge, that rising wedges break down 68% of the time, and that there was a very, very high likelihood that Bitcoin was going to break down in this channel, okay? And lo and behold, and you got this at 7 in the morning. It is now 10:30. You got this about 3 hours ago. 1, 2, 3. So you were given it before it even happened in the trading group. So bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody in the trading group. I really want to show the, I like to show these ideas because I want to show what would you get if you were in the trading group. Like, was he really up? Is he full of non-old shoes? 824, I'm putting out, how to just stay mentally right. Here's my Bitcoin update at 7:42 a.m. And if I play it, you're going to see me talk about the idea that we're in that wedge, Anyway, you can join my trading group for the beautifulness. So, we had it at hello, and Bitcoin did what it did. Is it going to make a double bottom? 4 hours suggests that it is. 1 hour suggests it's a little more downside. That is a bearish engulfing candle on the 4 hour, however. And I tell you right now, they're breaking the Stokes. They're just doing whatever they want lately. It's pretty interesting. Let's jump on into my KuCoin chart. This is a messier chart, but I have a nice, cleaner, more easier KuCoin chart. BTC, USDT here on KuCoin. And thank you for everyone that shows up during these times. You people are unbelievably amazing. Okay, so that's that idea that we don't want to break back inside the pattern. Okay, we don't. But I was just showing the idea if this was a rising wedge, a falling wedge here. See this? Up, down, and we were there. We would come back down here to the bottom of the falling wedge, which would coincide to the bottom of this channel, What you don't want to see if you're bullish for Bitcoin, and now we don't care because we're going to make money up or down. No matter what the market gives us, we're going to long and short it regardless. So also, KuCoin took those restrictions off. No more 1,000 on the 3L and 3S. I can now go hard for 5 and 5, 6K. And, you know, so that's another good thing to see. Resistance bouncing here. You can see that this is a zone, a strong zone. And we bounced off the strong zone with the 4-hour telling you that we're likely to continue to the upside. Just like I called the bottom, the fallout here today on the 1-hour, same way I'm going to be calling this also. We have swing up to swing up here. We have swing down to swing down on the RSI. We're getting the beginnings. If I right-click this, I have a setting saved, which is awesome. Rainier showed me this, so you're the man, dude. Hidden bullish divergence, and you can label everything you put out there. It's a really good way to teach beginners, everybody. Post your charts, and make sure you post your charts with a lot of detail, a lot of information. Let people understand what you're trying to say. Convey your message through the charts. A lot of people try to say things to us in the trading group. And all my expert traders, they just look at you, and they're just going to say, show me a chart. Like, I agree, you know, you can say whatever you want, but I got to see the chart. You got to show me the chart, all right? We're going to have a little bit of resistance here where we clearly could not get above the zone at 30,500. And I'm telling you, the thousands and the 500, the psychological areas have been definitely profit-taking areas, okay? Then you're there at 31,000 where you got this zone, right? Kind of choppage. And, of course, here we got rejected by the 200-day moving average beautifully at 32,500. Pretty, you know, you could say 440. They didn't let us get all the way up. But, I mean, how, you know, 200-day moving average, you hit it, you got rejected. That happens many a time. You also bounce off it on the other end. You flip this upside down, you'll see this behave. Upside down trading will teach you so much. I've seen this many times, and it looks like they try to stop you out, and then they pump you to the upside, don't they? We flip this upside down. This looks like a very bullish pattern that loves to break to the upside. Like we've played, that's a bull pennant, breaking to the upside. You flip it back, and you realize you do have a bear pennant. You realize there's a likelihood to dump. You realize that, wow, that's when they stop hunt, and then they pump you out. They know everyone's trying to short, so they go and grab all the shorts first. Then they bring you down. They don't let you in the trade. See? They don't let all these people that wanted, all these people stacked. See? When it got here, it looked highly likely to dump. So everyone put stops outside the pattern. And the thing was, people had entered the trade here on a stop. People entered the trade here for a short, here in a short. All the people had entered, and all their stop losses were all here. See? The market maker saw that, and he was like, man, if I rip up, I can grab all that liquidity. That's why we use BOOKMAP. Shout out to beautiful people at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP, it's an amazing program built by Sachi. I've sat with the CEO, founder of the program. He has respected me greatly, really likes me. I really like him too. Shout out to the whole team over there. We love you, man. Shout out to Bruce and everyone that shows me love. And, you know, they even sit with me and tutor me and teach me about the program and give me so much information. So they've invested time and money into me. I will invest everything I can into you guys. I love you guys. And once I make a connection with a company, it is a long-term, loyal connection. I do not, you don't see me, my Bybit links. You don't see my FEMIT links. If you want a FEMEX link, you can go watch Tom Crown. If you want a Bybit link, you can go watch Crypto or one of the other traders, right? Here, what are you going to get from me? You're going to get links to what I teach, links to my KuCoin because I use KuCoin. You're going to get just links to the things that I actually use. I use 3 commas, you know? And again, if a trader does 3x leverage and he puts out his 3x leverage link, I guess I can't hate too much. My thing is this, like I read testimonials every day, and what I read in the testimonials the most is people getting rocked, new traders getting rocked with leverage. I don't think you should trade leverage until you have at least, now we do trade leverage in my group. Seems like, you know, but we only trade 3L and 3S tokens on KuCoin, which are, you can't get liquidated. It's basically training wheels for that type of thing. You know, it's leverage, it's training wheels with leverage. You see what I'm saying? So let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Let's get you situated with what's happening with BOOKMAP. You're now comfortable with me. If you're in my trading group for the first few days, you'll all see how it goes. You see the updates in the morning. You see how they play out. You begin to understand how you're acclimated to the market. You realize you're in the right place at the right time. So shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. So what is this doing? This is showing me where the orders are, where the big orders are. This guy's got a fat order down at 29,400. Likely we go there. However, there's some sells there at 30,300. They kind of have us in a zone, in a range. Okay? Liquidity likes to gravitate towards the biggest orders. 217, 263, okay? 163, 217. I'm counting how many Bitcoins are trying to be sold in this area on Bybit, OKX, and Binance Futures. Here we also have a low though. We have 191, 200, 300. We do have way more liquidity down here than we have up here. You know, close to the bone here. And these sells are about to get sold off. So looks like we're going to maybe touch up here, or he might even bring it lower. So this area, it looks like a sell is coming, and we're going to head lower to 29,400 based on where the liquidity lies. All right. That's it. This is also a great 1 second chart. It's giving you price action on the second. Look at where we're look at the sells are coming in now. We're gravitating down. Look at that. We broke 30,000. The liquidity is being eaten up. And you can see that it was likely we were headed down. Now they might actually kind of start slipping orders. You're going to see these sells slide down. They're going to put pressure down on the sell orders. All right. This is a sell wall right here. You can see it. It's a huge sell wall. Highly likely we don't make it through there. Okay. Based on my analysis and BOOKMAP, you put them together, it gives you a bit of an edge. Okay. It does give you a bit of an edge. So a lot of times what I'm looking at coincides with BOOKMAP. It's amazing. Shout out to the super chats coming on in. I appreciate them. God's Unchanged, please. Made a lot over the past month, in and out. Shout out to Crypto Cash, my man. Love you for saying that, dude. Best crypto stream, hands down. Thanks for disseminating honest crypto info daily. Better than George, Jordan, BitBoy, and any others. Keep up the great work. Thank you for saying that, man. Much appreciated to you and yours. And I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I'm just trying to be my best self. If that happens to be, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. But thank you so much for the love in the super chats. I really, really appreciate it. Shout out to Moneybags. Wax. We'll take a look at Wax. Had a big pump the last few days. Another $10 super chat from Abdominal Spaghetti Rigetti, man. So awesome to see someone in their divine calling. God has reset your life stochastics RSI, and you are headed to a new all-time high. Thank you for teaching us so much, Sam. Anytime, man. Anytime. Anytime. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being awesome. Sammy, looking like a move on GST coming. May want to check it. CJ Baker, thank you so much, my man. If Bitcoin gets below 27.7, I'm going up the idea of a relief rally coming. No worries until then. Shout out to Gabe DeRosa. Super chat, your thoughts on NAKA and Wild, ADA, Gods Unchained, SUNDAESWAP, and WAXP. Wow, I like SUNDAESWAP. It's a little behind the turn. You know, I wish they kind of had more going for it, but I do like SUNDAESWAP, and I could see more happening for SUNDAESWAP. I do. What do you guys think of SUNDAESWAP? Do you believe in it? Do you like it? I love anything Charles Hoskinson does. I believe in him wholeheartedly. I've shaken his hand. I've hung out with him. I like the guy. I think he's a good dude. Look at, we're continuing to the downside here. A bit of an M pattern too. That is an M pattern. You can see it clear as day. And more liquidity down here beats liquidity up here. It is what it is. Can we get to the 29,008? Maybe even lower to 29,007? All right. Even bigger order down here. And when we kind of munch it down, you can see, I mean, there's fat liquidity down here. Bigger sell, they're trying to get it up. They're balancing, but you can see conglomeratively more order books down here. 29.5 is, we're looking for the 500. And price action has been gravitating towards the smaller, you know, towards the 500s. It breaks 1,000, it's likely to get to the 500, you know. Wow, look at the crazy wicks we're seeing, though. This is really strange behavior for Bitcoin. Like, very indecisive. So funny. They're doing whatever they can to manipulate this market. They're like, oh, the lifer's on. He said that. I think I got so, you know, we got onto them so bad. They're going to mess with me. Do the market makers watch my channel now? And do they play games? Live streams like Folgers, the best part of waking up. Shout out to the real Staga Roach, man. We love you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at the health of the stream. 394 people on the live. 248 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. It'd be the nicest thing that you ever did for me. And you'll help beginners learn a lot about cryptocurrency, about stop losses, about bearish retests, and more. We also have some news coming your way to keep you updated with the news. We try to pack it all in here to keep you going. Scott Melker, fail better, defying the odds with crypto trading. Here's a cool little article to read. I would definitely check it out. I like it. Pretty nice. And talks about just how, like, being in the DJ crew and finding crypto in the outskirts of the internet. It was all the people like me, the people that were, I was a, you know, an artist looking through the internet, and I'm finding, you know, and I'm getting into, you know, stocks and trading, but I really wanted something different. I was into high-tech, futuristic tech. Called myself a futurist, man. I was always looking into the future. Coinbase chief legal officer responds to the SEC disclosure FUD. Paul Gridwell, the chief legal officer of Coinbase, highlighted that the funds of customers are protected legally and physically. As fears surrounding the Coinbase exchange run wild, Paul Gridwell, the chief legal officer of Coinbase, assured customers that their funds are safe within the exchange. In an SEC disclosure made by Coinbase back in May, certain parts of the document mentioned that in case of bankruptcy, crypto assets held in custody on behalf of its customers may be subject to bankruptcy proceedings, and that customers may become unsecured creditors. The disclosure was thrust into the limelight right after Coinbase reported its losses in the first quarter of 2022, amounting to $430 million, and showed a decrease in revenue of 27% in comparison to last year. To make matters worse, the news trended right when Coinbase's junk bonds also started to go down in value. All right? There's never been a serious question on assets on Coinbase, or the assets on Coinbase are safe. We have more than $6 billion in the bank, are financially strong, and have legal and operational protectors for customers to invest, access, and withdraw their crypto. I've never had an issue. I'm happy they're coming out and making sure it's clear. Investors' perception of crypto is changing for the better in an economist survey. More and more people are realizing that Web 3.0 is the future, that crypto is the bridge to Web 3.0, and that's where we're going. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful idea there. U.S. energy companies opens crypto mining facility in the Middle East to use stranded neutral gas. See, everyone says Bitcoin's bad for the environment, but we can use all this trapped energy or lost energy that we don't use for anything else, and we can use it for Bitcoin mining. Can't really use it for a lot of other things. So, and then Bitcoin can create value that you can hold for a long period of time. You can't do that in a lot of other exchanges, a lot of other places in life. Bitcoin actually creates the best store of energy in the world. The people that think Bitcoin's bad for the environment are actually they're not smart enough to think it through. It's sad. It's like a guy who builds a city and then a guy who sits for an extra year and builds a better city. He thought about it better. He had more conceptualized nature. And it comes down to chess, my friends. It comes down to chess. Let's just talk about it for a second here, okay? Because why does it come down to chess? Because I'm sorry to say, but the higher mental capacity somebody has, the better they are at chess. No lie, right? It is what it is, and I'm just being harsh about it, but it is what it is. But look at this. So you play a game of chess. You're here, okay? I'm not going to be perfect about this, all right? You got your squares. You got your pieces. He's got his pieces. This is this is me, or this is the other guy, person B. This is person A. They're going against each other, right? Nice little whatever. Nice little shirt there. The point of the story is he has all these different moves to make. A person with more mental capacity can hold 12 of these moves in this portion of his brain, capture them, keep them kind of moving, and consult. Like he can kind of keep them alive. Like he knows they're there, and then he can start thinking he'll move this there, and he can get like 5 of these on each of the pieces, and he starts to build. This is what I similarly do with trading. When it comes to trading, it's very similar. Now, the person who wins the battle is likely the person who has a higher mental capacity, and you can train yourself to do this. And then you'll be like, oh, that's unfair. Some people are smarter than others. You can train this just like a muscle. You can train your mind to have a stronger mental capacity. What I do every day with the charts, how we look at the charts, and we're looking, where's Bitcoin going? I'm like, oh, I'm using all these things that I've learned. You're strengthening your brain. Technical analysis is a true brain changer. It really will keep you on point in other assets of life. I think it'll keep your mind on point. Like even if you even just waking up every day and banging out the charts. And so you're looking at the charts and you're like, all right, we're in a rising wedge. 68% chance we move down. 5 minutes says we could bounce. I do have 2 support and resistance. Could we bounce off this resistance or this resistance? It's, 4 hour does want to bounce us, but the daily's pushing down. And this is chess. Can you keep the daily in your head while you understand the 4 hour, while you know where you are on the 1 hour? And can you still keep that all concise while you're looking at support and resistance, your Fibonacci's, and get yourself where you need to be? And that is the question that everybody wants. That's what you want to do. And so by getting into technical analysis, you will just get yourself ready and able to tackle things that most people aren't ready and able to tackle. They won't handle the market the way you can handle the market. So I just want to put that out there. Mental capacity, thinking the next level. Technical analysis is a way to visualize your chess game against the market maker. Visualize what could or could not happen. Give yourself proper risk management and get yourself situated in a chance to win. If you don't do those things, at least you're not giving yourself a chance to win. Like the 276 people that hit the like button, they're all giving me a chance to win. But the 133 people are not. They're like, you know what? This stream's just not good enough. We're not getting enough education. Shout out to the $77.97 in Super Chat. You people are amazing. Look at the 77s. 277, 77 in Super Chat. 77. The Irish love the 77. I don't know what it is. There was a bar called the Sevens. My dad would go to it all the time growing up. When you ever see an Irish guy with a Cadillac, he's got 77. I don't know what it is, but the Irish love the 7. Lucky number 7. Community fires back at the anti-crypto letters sent to U.S. lawmakers. Tech lawyer Preston Bryan blasted the signatories, describing some of them as unapologetic attention seekers. The increase of crypto lobbyists recently sparked an effort from anti-crypto individuals in the tech space to urge regulators through a letter to resist the influence of blockchain advocates. In response, the crypto community criticized the move and laid out counter-arguments against the contents of the letter. You remember when I first got onto blockchain, around the blockchain, and then we would talk about change and what's going to happen, and what do you remember me saying? I said we need to form lobbyists. We're going to have to hire the lobbyists. We're going to have to lobby ourselves. We're going to have to change the laws. We're going to have to go from within. We're going to have to do exactly what the oil companies, exactly what the big companies, all these big Fortune 500 companies did. We're going to have to do the same thing. We're going to have to get the lobbyists. We're going to have to fight through the legal way. And we're going to have to bang, bang, bang. It's pay to play, dinner after dinner. I'll do this, you do that. They say it's not, but we know it is. That's how it gets worked out. Silent room, backdoor shakes. Again, I'm not even going to speak on them. Maybe I'll, who knows? Maybe I'll have a lobbyist in my back pocket next week. You never know. So, hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm not floundering. I will take this entire industry where it needs to be. I will be a voice for the industry, not just a voice of technical analysis. We will get there. I'm telling you, together, we will get there. We will strengthen the idea, the integrity of cryptocurrency. We will get rid of the scammers, get rid of the fakers. We will make sure that the people that stay strong in the next 10, 12 years and are the forefront of crypto are the strong people with integrity, honor, and believe in helping everyone throughout the world. So shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into this idea and forming this channel with me. Bitcoin touches 30K as ex-BitMEX CEO hopes 25K marks Bitcoin's price local bottom. Are we going down? Could we see 25,000? That is the question. We're going to tackle that a little later in the live stream. If you stick with me, we're going to tackle that a little later. BitGet, they've been coming after me, trying to get me to join the BitGet crew. Gracie Chen is a managing director. They are moving forward, though. They seem to be gaining some steam. And then Netscape creator says, Web3 really is like the rise of the early internet. Everybody, you are at the beginning of the early internet. Start a company right now. Do something with the internet right now. I'm telling you, it's not too late to ride this wave. I'm going to ride the wave. I'm going to be able to sell courses in Web 3.0. We're going to get into the metaverse. Like, there's going to be so many ways, interactive teaching. You're going to be able to actually join one of my classes and you're going to be three-dimensional. I'll be teaching the class in an avatar, dressed like me, walking around the class. You'll put your I actually think I could do a 3D class already. If anyone wants to help me figure that out. Yes, that's beautiful. And everybody, we have a beautiful MetaMask ad by my crew. MetaMask class, first Friday of every month, 1 p.m. Sign up now. Email and links below the stream. Jump on into the class. That's a great picture you took of me, Sean. That's awesome. MetaMask class, sign up now, everybody. Jump on it. It's today at 1 p.m. You can still get in. You can't hit the link because the link is a 24-hour link, but you could email my wife and my other team at cryptolifers@gmail.com, and they will get you into the class. You can pay with cryptocurrency, or you can pay in PayPal. It's $125. You can start doing DeFi immediately. I like starting DeFi in bear markets. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor, but I will teach you how to use MetaMask. I will teach you all the different premier chains that I use, which is Phantom, Matic, Solana, Harmony One, Binance Smart Chain, and Ethereum. I'll give you a backstory of how they all began. I'll give you a history of blockchain. I'm going to teach you so much information, it will blow your mind. That class will be amazing. It's today at 1 p.m. So make sure you jump into, oh no, it's tomorrow at 1 p.m. So sorry. It's tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'm wrong. Friday, June 3rd. It's the first Friday of every month. So you can use the link below. So sorry. You can use the link below. I believe it'll still work for the next few hours. So jump on into that class if you want to learn about MetaMask and DeFi. Right now, it doesn't seem amazing. You're like, but I'm telling you right now, when the market rips again, there's going to be tiny coins that are doing absolute damage, like TRUEBIT. Let's take a look at TRUEBIT on my radar. I didn't bring it up because I've been watching the DeFi space, but I had a little wind of this coin that it was going to make a major pump. TRUEBIT. I kind of kept it to myself because it, looked like it was going to be a, pumping. I don't want to be involved in these crazy pumps, but look, it went from, let's see, in 7 days here, it went from 15 cents all the way up to about 37. Did a nice 100% gainer in 2-3 days. It was down here, what? Yeah, 13. No, the low was like 9 cents. So yeah, it just did about a 4x. You know what I'm saying? And it did a 4X since the 11th. So, I mean, that's not too shabby, TrueBit. And it really started around here, 527. In the last 4 days, it's up about 130% gain. So the little coins, and how would you get TrueBit? You would have to know how to buy it on Uniswap. You would have to know how to use MetaMask. You would have to know how to copy this contract address, paste it in, and do all these interesting decentralized things. So make sure that you pay attention to that. All right? The MetaMask class will get you that information. So anyway, are we bearishly retesting right now? Is the 7-minute getting really high? That would suggest, look, a bit of a double bottom. But to me, you know, bearish retest, bearish retest. How many times are you going to bearishly retest this area? You could try to say, oh, no, it's still in this bigger zone. To me, no, it broke down. It fell out of the channel. It hit support. It bounced off support, came back up. 7-minute had you at hello. When the 7-minute stochastic started to rip, you came back up. All right? You came back up. However, look, bit of a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder possibly forming. See this? That's a shoulder, head, and a shoulder too, and that's a rising wedge on the 1-minute time frame. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. That's likely to break down. Back to support, though. We do have support now at 29,600. And it did give us a bounce. They didn't get that liquidity on the low end. However, I trade that 1 hour, and that 1 hour suggests we have more downside. It's just getting started. It's just getting started. So, you know, now, yeah, you can always double top. Anything is possible. But I assume that we're going to head to the downside here. Rising wedge started to break. Looking for the bearish retest and the dump to the downside. That's what I'm looking for, in my humble opinion. And look at these sell wicks, too. You get 2 sell wicks in a row next to each other like that. I call these like, they're almost tweezer tops, but no, the candles need to be close. But sell wicks, a lot of sell pressure. Then a lot of buy pressure. You got indecision dojis here. So interesting what they're doing to the price action. It's the twisted sister. Is it going to complete this mission to the downside? We'll look at it in the 7-minute. We'll get a little more market structure. We'll get better market structure here. Wow, ugly pattern, honestly. What I have to do is make a bit of a symmetrical triangle. See this? On the 7-minute time frame, you're seeing a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles break up or down 50-50. So to me, that's a chubby triangle, man. And chubby triangles are usually bearish. In my mind, they're mostly bearish. But they can go up either way. So you're looking at a 50-50 shot right here. That's what the TA is giving you. And you know what? I usually don't take bilateral patterns because I take the 68%. I like to take patterns that give me a 68% chance of a win rate. To me, I'm seeing bearish retest of the bottom trend line of a rising wedge. And the 1 hour still has momentum to the downside. I also see a symmetrical triangle that does break down 50-50. Likely to head down here too as well. Measured move, as I told you before, is the beginning of the wedge. This area right here at about 29,300. Maybe we get a psychological bounce on 29,500. All right? So just something to think about. MetaMask Friday, June 3rd, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Email Crypto Lifers to register. Hope that helps, PCal. About to row down the river, entering a short. But I'd like your opinion so I could mission abort. Sammy Cup and Handy, lend me your report. If you see what I see, GST, I'd appreciate the support. Thanks, man. Bart Simpson on the 15. Yeah, it could be making a Bart Simpson as well. I was just thinking GSD might be, we'll take a look at GSD. No other MetaMask course out there covers what the lifer teaches. You know what the lifer knows and more about how to be ready to navigate through the many gems in 2022 in 2 hours. It's true. Let me know what you think. It's already ready to be started, but I think there will be a business online set up to do it. You could corner the market and be the Amazon of the sector. I don't know what you said initially, though, CJ Baker. They don't want us to make money. The lobbyists would be bought out by the other side to anti-lobby. The SEC is the anti-lobby to crypto already, practically. The Psychologically of Winning by Dennis Watley, one of the contributors to The Secret, one of the best mental training programs out there. I love that, man. Thank you for saying that. I'm going to look into that. The Psychological of Winning by Dennis Waltler. Okay, so this is what I see for Bitcoin, everybody. I'm going to watch this 7-minute. 7-minute is going to be able to tell us where we're going to go. Once that move is made to the downside or the upside, we'll get kind of an idea, right? Rising wedges, it already broke to the downside, in my humble opinion, so it can't go parabolic. But it could break back in and then could go parabolic. So look for a break back into the pattern or a break. I'm calling a short to the downside. I'm saying shorts will continue to the downside. Let's take a look at Phantom 3S for that confirmation. I saw it in a bit of a flag earlier today, and I said, it looks like this could continue in the flag. So I saw this flag. And what's funny is, you know what I just realized? That we found the symmetrical triangle. So they're going to be both. And it's going to break to the upside on Phantom 3S, and it's going to break to the downside, right, on Bitcoin. So this is likely to break up and give you some gains. So now not only did I watch the market, you know, for everyone watching here, but what I also do is I show you the possible options that I would be taking for a trade. I would be taking a short on a smaller altcoin because the altcoin will move in an accentuated manner. You'll get more of exponential gains. If Bitcoin bangs down 2 or 3%, this altcoin will bang down spot like 6 or 7. So then if you take a 3x leverage on that, out of the 1% Bitcoin move, you take 21%. You see? And that's how I trade. I'm looking at Bitcoin all the time. And then once I figure out Bitcoin's move, I spend a nice hour on it, 40 minutes on it every day. I've been looking at it since 7:40 in the morning. I then, look through the charts, find out something that may make sense, and then I go for the gusto. The 7-minute, which is also interesting, it's a Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. Shout out to the Celtics tonight. Celtics taking all the heat in Game 1 of the NBA championship. I sound just like Marv Levy. Yeah, but Celtics in Game 1. Celtics here tonight in Miami, taking on the Miami Heat. And Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the stars of the Celtics. Can they compete? Can the 3-ball take over? It's not the Heat anymore, but you know what I mean? We're taking Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Bang, 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 Celtics versus the Heat. Celtics versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Celtics versus the Nets. Celtics took everybody down in every single series. It went to Game 7. Watching Game 7, 21 extra games out of my team. Blessings. The series, usually you watch 80 games to watch an extra 25% more basketball, and these guys are fun to watch, man. The Celtics are unbelievable to watch, baby. Unbelievable to watch. Shout out to each and every one of you. Love y'all. Crazy, I've always been a Lakers fan since high school because of Kobe. I'm just a Cali B-Bye fan. Seems like it. Shout out to Grace, man. Bucks injured. They had Middleton. Great voice. I used to really want to be like that. Kevin Harlan is my guy. You're funny. Anyway, so look, you can see, and then you start perusing the market, and you're going to see the symmetrical triangle everywhere. And that's a symmetrical triangle, like hands down, okay? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Possibly shoulder, head, and shoulder. Fragmented, though. Fragmented, inverted head and shoulder. All right, let's get into those super chats. Let's talk about what you guys are talking about. My man said he sees something on GST quickly. He said, get in there. Don't make me wait. The green Satoshi token. Let's take a look. You said you had a bit of a cup and handle. Kind of a shallow cup and handle. I would more put it in this channel here. You see? Kind of a smaller, you know what? I'll bend this. It's all about getting the cleanest angle you can get, right? To me, you're in a symmetrical triangle. You're in an ascending triangle. 68% chance of a break to the upside on this ascending. It's got like a rising wedge feeling to it in a way. I do kind of have to hit that upward trend and then match that. To me, it's very ascending triangle-esque. I mean, that's a 50-50 shot. Could go up or down either way. Let's look at a bigger time frame, like the 1 hour. I see why you saw the cup and handle. I see a double bottom that kind of hit a resistance. Needs to break back to the upside here. And then you got also a resistance here at $1.10. Interesting enough, if we make it bigger, I'm bear flagging that thing. You see? And it could head to the downside. You want to take a look at the 4 hour. The 1 hour is not in your favor. For anything could happen. But if I trade this 90, if I short this or I get out of my trade, most likely this is coming down. So I do not agree with you, CJ Baker. Okay? Not on the 1 hour time frame for once. And the 4 hour is getting high too, and you're really not getting above this resistance. Till you get above this resistance, you really can't take this coin seriously. All right? And I think, are we talking about the same thing? GST? All right? Are you talking about GMT? Right? And again, you see kind of a cup with a handle there. Interesting. Warriors. Yeah, I wanted to see what you saw. I wasn't sure how to check it. Liver's beginner's course is stunning. Liver's a calm, focused teacher and shares his years of experience. 2+ hours, he teaches his TA style from A to Z, the foundation first step for everybody, every lifer. Thank you. I get harder reading those. Just paid off for the DeFi course and getting fired up. It's big game time. Let's go, man. My man. Super Chat, your thoughts on NAKA and Wild, Cardano, Gods Unchained, SUNDAESWAP, and WAXP. Let's take a look at Gods Unchained because I had that in a cup and handle given to the trading group. If you jump onto that trading group, you will see what we are talking about every single day. You'll realize you're with a serious group of people. If you're trying to play games and you don't really believe in yourself, we're going to help you. We're going to help you believe in yourself. We're going to change the way you feel about yourself. We're going to give you confidence. We're going to build you up. We're going to tell you you can, you will, you are, and you're going to be around people that want you to succeed. First time in your life, first time in my life, I was around 400 people that all believed in me. I'll tell you that. And just the simple fact that they all pay the 99, I know they believe in me. I know they believe in me. And that makes me work so hard. And you know what? Whether you believe in yourself, you're going to make it. If you don't believe in yourself, you got to believe in yourself to make it. You ain't nothing if you don't believe in yourself. So I like Gods Unchained. It did make a bit of a move here. As you can see that. It swung up. Shout out to my man, Crypto Cash. 7% gains from when we put it out. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in. However, it's at resistance. And it is making a bit of a move here. 1 hour is showing me signs to the downside. But what I'm seeing is a bit of a shoulder ahead. And can we make the right shoulder? Not break back in. Possibly retest this area of support and bounce. If that occurs, the 1 hour will be low, then the 4 hour will be low, and we will be in the money. So Gods Unchained looks like it's ready for more. Crypto Cash, I believe we're going to get ready for another swing trade on Gods Unchained. If you're in my trading group, everybody, understand the difference between the posting areas. A lot of times I'm posting in the alert section. Why am I doing that? Because in the alert section here, Lifer Alerts, see that? That's where I post things that I'm setting alert on, which is also Gods, USDT. Alert set on the Stokes, 1 hour. If you don't understand what's going on here, do not worry. Over time, you'll figure this out. Honestly, take the beginner's course. I think the first thing you should do is take the beginner's course, in my humble opinion. $99, you're in. Now you're invested for $99. You've invested in yourself. Now the universe, the powers that be will begin to invest back to you because you've invested in yourself. That's how it works. You basically stated to the powers, to the whole world, like, I believe that this will go somewhere, so I will invest in myself, if I can get Discord out of here. The disappearing act of the mouse. So we are at resistance for Gods Unchained, possible inverted head and shoulder. That's when the stochastics will come on down and we should hit, all right? Again, nothing's guaranteed. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and nothing is guaranteed here. So I just want to make that very, very clear. Shout out to the 328 people on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? What do you have, a different group of people? Because like the real lifers, we were getting 500 likes every single time. It's funny, like we have a different group, and this group is not, the group has changed in the last 2-3 months, and this group doesn't hit the like button as much as the other group, even though we're giving you beautiful, like I just showed you how to preempt a trade before it happens. Why am I using alert systems? Because if I do this on 20, 30 trades, it's like a conveyor belt. Today, the alerts are hitting for things that I've already set up, and the next 2 days, alerts hitting for things that I'm setting up today. And if I'm always sending my alerts, then I'm always getting told what to trade again. That alone is a strategy right there that I created. That alone is a support strategy, because you can't stare at the market all day long. Nobody can. You have to have a life. You got to get out there. You got to live. You got to breathe. You got to be a part of the world. So alerts help you set, do your time, spend your 2 hours, 3 hours in the charts. Like I was in the charts from 7 to 9 in the morning, 6 to 9 in the morning, right? Granted, I put in the time. I then should set my alerts, and my alerts should take care of me. The alerts basically are like, hey, you put in the work. It's kind of like passive income in a way. You've put in the work. Now the alerts are there to come back for you. They're there to say, hey, you put in that time of to analyze and be in a heavy analysis. Now we're going to kind of move you to the next level, all right? So that's why alerts are super crucial and really, really important. Jump on into alerts. It's so, so important, okay? Okay, Vited. Been on my radar a little bit on the 1 hour. See how it's forming a bit of a inverted head and shoulder? And see, compared to most other coins, if we look at this, it's got this uptrend going. And if you can see, it's forming just this kind of a bit of an ascending triangle. See this? And getting tight. Again, I wait for this 1 hour to reset again, but this is another coin on my radar, especially with the 4 hour in the zone. Okay? Also with the bounce too off that with the double bottom there. That's quite interesting. And you're going to take that measured move, which is the length here, and that's where you're going to go if things work out in your favor. Obviously, you have a little bit of resistance at the 200-day moving average and where price previous had an issue there at this level at 24 cents. I could see this definitely getting up to about 28 cents. Vite it. Might want to put this on your radar. Write it down. Vite it. Okay? Vite it. You got some good support and resistance zones. I don't like where the 1 hour is at all. Again, 4 hours in a beautiful spot, though. Daily also has momentum. Curving down, but it has momentum. All this neat free knowledge, and y'all won't hit the like button. Funny. I love y'all, man. Thank you. 8 is going to charge up. I hit the like. I'm trying to send a super chat. Mr. Penguin, I love you, man. Shout out to Grace Protocol holding it down today. All the time, every time. Thank you, Grace. We appreciate you. Let's take a look at NAKA and Wild. People, I love my thoughts on NAKA and Wild. Well, I actually love them as great projects. I believe they're going to be big in the metaverse space. NAKA and Wild are great projects. Like, if the metaverse comes back, Bitcoin has to come back. We're going to see a big move for NAKA and Wild. Look at this, though. Didn't play out of that beautiful channel. Decided to fall to the downside, When we look at it on the big boy area here, on the daily time frame, we are lower than most coins, which is a good sign that we're possibly double bottoming. At the same time, it's a bear flag. It's going to follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin dumps. You're going to see NAKA dump hard. It is what it is with that. So that's why I'm swing trading and DCAing into BTC. I stopped my NAKA DCA at the moment. I feel like I have enough. I put $2,000 down. It's down about $1,000, right? So I slowed on once I saw the DCA starting to roll, and I did 250 here, 500 here. So it wasn't like, but then we took that market dump and, bit of a slanted shoulder, head and a right shoulder, but it kind of fell off to the downside. What you're looking for is just like Bitcoin, can you make a double bottom here? So you're kind of praying that we double bottom in here some way, shape, or form, and we bounce. Just something that we're thinking about, right? If we don't double bottom, look for more downside. Daily suggests you could get a move. 4 hour has momentum, and the 1 hour actually just needs to come on down and reset. So just like Bitcoin, all eyes on Bitcoin, everything watching Bitcoin. They're not going to move until Bitcoin finds its way. So that's why we spend so much time on Bitcoin, and that's why I tell the beginners in the group, you got to watch Bitcoin. If Bitcoin dumps, it's going to take every single trade you have down to the downside. It's going to take it down. It is what it is, okay? So just be careful and remember that. Remember that. MELOS was a good coin I really liked. Thought it could boom up. Look, I kind of traded this idea here. Bang to the upside. Kind of a low order book, though. Let's take a look at Wild's chart real quick for you, too, as well. Doubling up, but it's okay. On a Thursday, baby. Thirsty Thursdays. So, again, Wild going for the double bottom. You see it? Bottom, bottom. Can we double bottom here? That's the question. Same thing with NAKA in a way. This one's a little ahead of NAKA. But, again, that 1 hour overbought, and you're not getting the love. So, unless we do some miracle toss on the 15-minute, like I've seen many times, like boom, and we start breaking through some resistances, right now we are basically retesting this top trend line. You'd have to see Wild get back above 31 cents. I believe this is a good project. This is something I would begin to DCA into right now. Not a lot of projects that I would, and I'd be very careful about it too. $100 at a time. Not a lot of money. Little by little, I would gain. I can buy $100 and eventually end up with $5,000 worth of this coin, and I could get it between 10 and 28 cents if we have a multi-year bear market or we have a multi-month-year bear market. The bear market is usually 350 days. We've already been through 180 days, everyone. So people don't realize that we're already halfway through the bear market. Also, I believe in the accentuation of halvening returns, meaning each time a halvening comes, there's going to be more rev up into it, and there's going to be more movement. For instance, halvenings kind of, we tend to get baked in as the halvening grows. I believe we're going to get more baked in, meaning people are going to get more freaked out that there's going to be less Bitcoin. And as more and more people know about Bitcoin, like when the halvening was just 6 months away, it created a little bit of a frenzy. And then once we have the halvening, Bitcoin starts to blaze to the upside. Who here knows about the halvening? Who here wants to see a pi cycle chart on Bitcoin's life cycle? Who here wants to see where each halvening is? And who here has no idea where they are in the cycle? Who here doesn't even know what the halvening is? Who here has no clue what I'm talking about when I talk about the Bitcoin halvening? Be careful, and be honest here. We're not here to make fun of you. This is a place to learn. I just want to know the general consensus of the group. Anyone out here has no idea what the halvening is? Don't tell me if you do know. Tell me if you do not know. Because you wrote I do, now I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Bear market or bull market, the trading group will make gains. It really will, man. Bitcoin climbing a bit. When is the halvening? The halvening. I know the halvening, but I want to see the charts on it. Been through many halvenings since 2014. Love you, bro. Shout out to Dustin Calvo. You're the man, dude. Till like 2032, 2036. Funny. I do. Litecoin halvening is 2023. And of course, Bitcoin 2024. Just 37 lifer likes to reach 400 likes. Thank you for the 322. Just one clicks help the other lifer fans find the lifer community. 362, right? I was like, that math doesn't make sense. Love learning. 37 plus 22 is not 100. I'm also a long-time miner. I remember a fight, a 10K a few days ago after previous halvings. I remember the fight to 10K a few years ago after the previous halvings. It made my computer overheat for days. Biden will be... Yeah. Huge transferring of wealth. Yep. What about the ETH triple halvening that will have an effect? Possible. Better question. What does not know? I don't know what he's saying, man. When you write questions, please make sure you write English so I can understand the question, my man. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Let's get back to those super chats and see what's happening. Grace Protocol, we love you. Thank you for giving me those super chats nice and clean. Okay, let's take a look at ADA and SUNDAESWAP. We'll take a look at WAPS and DAG. DAG coming in, another super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you. I should be able to hear those alerts better. I don't know why I don't hear the alerts as good. Like, there it is. It's like gets drowned out, right? While I'm talking. Let's take a look at Cardano. I know Cardano. I'm an old long-term holder of Cardano. I got into Cardano because of Crypto Love. Shout out to Crypto Love. Follow Crypto Love on YouTube. Follow him. He's the man. You'll absolutely love him. Crypto Love on YouTube makes quick 5 to 7 minute videos every single day, breaking down things you may or may not have thought about when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So we got to a high here at about 68 cents for Cardano. Let's take a look at the daily time frame and see our daily support and resistance. Bang. Okay. Look what I see happening for Cardano. I have this beautiful trend line forming now here. Now it could go lower, because you only have 1 or 2 points. But it is on a 3-day, 5-day chart. It's hidden bullish divergence because this is swinging to the downside on the RSI, but we're swinging to the upside on price action. Another thing I want to show you, shoulder, head, and a shoulder price action right there. You couldn't see it perfectly on price action, but you saw a head and shoulder here that would dump to the downside on Cardano. You would break the neckline of the head and shoulder right around here. And that would be, tiny little right shoulder. Crazy, right? Interesting. Or that actually was like a right. It's not split. Anyway, so that was the right shoulder if you look at the RSI. But that's just interesting thing to think about. Said this was the head. That's, again, it's very, I'm just going on, like, that's a very, like, that's just, don't trade like that every single day. I'm saying that's just a cool idea that I'm looking at. Another thing I want to teach you, though, is how strong divergence is and how much you must listen to it. And divergence occurs when you get to these dotted lines and up to these areas. You get swing up to swing up on Cardano, right? But you got swing down to swing down on the RSI, and that told us it was time to get out of Cardano. Time to top. If you wanted to stay in longer than that, it is what it is. We're starting to see bullish divergence on the 5-day because we have swing down to swing down, but this swing is not nearly as sharp as that swing down. These angles are different. That is bullish divergence. And that's telling me that we may see a big move. So I see a huge move coming in a lot of coins. I do see, first we got to get through the daily dump on the dollar index. The dollar index is going to pump, and we're going to see some movement. So we're going to go through a little pain on the daily on a lot of coins. See how we're getting overbought, and the daily doesn't look good? So I think one more flush out is coming. One more big flush out, in my humble opinion, because that's how the charts are looking. Why? Because one more daily dump. One more daily dump for Cardano. Possibly back down 38, 19, who knows, We don't want to break this bottom here at 40 cents. And I'm not saying we're guaranteed to go there, but I'm just, I'm watching this daily. It's getting overbought. Now, anything could happen. I've seen the market just do crazy things from here. So we'll look at the 1 hour and we'll see where the 1 hour goes. Is it flipping? Attempting to flip. That means Bitcoin did a little flip. That means the 15-minute got penned and pushed up. It did. Interesting. And sometimes the TA will be spot on, and sometimes the TA will give you some mixed signals. You know, the more mixed signals you get, the less you trade and the smaller your positions. The more spot on you feel, the more you trade and the bigger the positions. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here should be taken as such, but I just want to point that out, you know, and break it down. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, and appreciate each and every one of you for calling yourself crypto lifers. EGLD back to 77 cents. Can Cardano break on out? What's my call for the day now? I mean, you're at the top of a channel. If I break this down, I remove all my old work. I get rid of the moving averages because I know beginners want to see it nice and clear. As a beginner, you want to just see you want to see the charts like nice and clear. And I get that. Even double click this and you can just see price action. Okay. You also want to pull a Fibonacci here because you want to see what you're doing on the Fibs. You can see that we're right at the 886 retracement, which is like where you don't really go much lower than that. Like telling me that Cardano really has to move. Can Bitcoin go sideways, and can some of these alts begin to go on their own? I'm seeing mixed signals in the charts, and I'm like, you know what? Like these coins eventually have to be able to flip. Now Cardano goes down, we go to a multi-year bear market, you're going to see a lower Cardano, 20-cent Cardano. Do I know what's going to happen? No, I don't. Am I longing down here? No, I have enough Cardano at very low prices. I'm in a good spot. Cardano did a good thing, you know, but at the same time, we are in a tight position here, and I'm waiting for this daily to reset before I do anything. Even if we bounce out and we come back to support, I'd like to see this daily reset for Cardano. Okay? You are on a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. All right? And you're at a solid Fibonacci level, the 886. So those are definitely high ideas that we will bounce. And the 4 hour is telling you that you may have bottomed here, and you did a bit of a double bottom, kind of a cup and handle there too as well. Right? Now we zoom into just the 4 hour and we really look at this area, you know, and you can see like Cardano actually did break out of this. And honestly, the 4 hour alone, you just trade the 4 hour alone, like somebody said, possibly move to 76 bucks. Wait for the 1 hour to do its thing. And this market looks like it may be ripping, actually ripping right now. Right there, look at that. That's a buy signal there on the 1 hour. 15 has momentum. I'd like to get in at the bottom, right? You know, I hate, you know, would have liked to get in at the bottom of the channel. You are beginning to form this channel though. So remember that, like a rising wedge, see? Which could break down. You could make an M pattern. I'm open-minded to anything that's possible here. Okay. SUNDAESWAP. I love SUNDAESWAP. I don't know enough about it to really talk on it, and I haven't used it yet. I don't even know if you can use it yet. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'm not sure. WAXP, for some reason, it has a P when you trade it on KuCoin and Binance. Not sure why. So WAX had a huge move to 13 cents. I'm a big holder of WAX. I like the project. I think it's going to be big. I really, really do. So I hold WAX and I hold it long term, and I don't plan on getting rid of it. I believe it will eventually rival Mana, Sand, you know, and it will be a known coin to talk about. They have a deal with Hot Wheels. To me, that's a big deal. Hot Wheels, one of the first things I ever really used as a kid. Absolutely love Hot Wheels. They got a deal with Hot Wheels. To me, that's substantial. And if they can get a deal with Hot Wheels, they have other things going on. And WAX has been around for a long time. I remember WAX was just 2 or 3 cents back in 2017, 2018 bear market when I first actually heard about WAX. Yeah, in the bear market. And you know what? They did smelting, right? Oh, no, that was Engine Coin. But still, I really liked WAX. Engine and WAX were my first like video game coins. It was before the metaverse came out. I was into Engine and WAX, but I knew there was video game coins, and bringing in the video game world was going to be big because the digital world is crypto. People love that idea, and it just had to coincide. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was a no-brainer to invest in Engine at 14 cents. If you're in my trading group, we were talking about Engine when it was no money. That's another thing about my trading group. We gave you Sand at 4 cents. It would go to $7. We gave you Waves when no one knew about it, like $3-4. We gave you Cake at 60 cents. It would go to 44. We gave you EGLD at $20. It would go to 540. We gave you Atom at $5. It would go to 45. We gave you Cardano 2 cents, 8 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents. It would go to $3. The list goes on. Like I could keep going through. We gave you Safe Moon for 100x. I was the first one to put it out live. 100x live. I found it live on the channel. We gave you Shiba Inu when nobody knew about it on 418. We gave you ORE when it was a nothing coin at less than $1 million. It would go to like a $15 to $20 million market cap and do a 20, 30x. We 20x, we 30x, we 50x. We did blue chips, we did small coins, we did decentralized coins. We covered the gambit. You don't even know what this channel really is going to do for you yet, because right now you can't see it. Right now we're kind of just trading a bear market, and we're still shredding gains, which is insane. But when the market really rips, you're really going to see this channel's purpose and what we do here. We're not even close to touching what happens when the market gets out of control. Excel spreadsheets, traders, analysts, super chats are flying at the speed of light. Everyone is asking. We're finding new coins. We get down to the nitty gritty and things get out of control. Can I get the like button, please, baby? Can you hit the like button, please? I'll bring my energy up. Come on, let's bring that energy to the highest point it can go. Each and every one of you know where you got to be. Let's hit that like button. Let's get it moving. Let's get it going all the way to 500 people on the live. We had 500, 600 people last week. We can do it again. I know we can do it again. We're not doing anything different. We're hitting gains. We're talking about coins, and we're making it through the stream. Shout out to DAG, D-A-G, Constellation, bang, bang, bang. Let's take a look at that as well. So DAG fell out of its channel way back when to the downside. Let's take a look at the daily time frame and mark our support and resistance. Take a look at a fib, see where we're standing, see where we're sitting, and try to figure out what's happening for DAG. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the big boy time frame. We're going to pull a Fibonacci, and you're going to see you're coming back down again. Same place, the 886 retracement. Now, do we go all the way to zero? I've seen it happen, but normally you go to the 886 after a parabolic run-up, and you begin your next run to the upside. That's just logic trading here in cryptocurrency. That's just what you see happening. Shout out to everybody here around 11:20. Another stream must end, and people run on into this stream, and they jump on in. Whatever it is, I'm telling you, man, you missed the beginning of the stream. You've missed a lot of stuff. Whatever stream you were on really probably didn't give you the sauce that you needed. Just try one day coming to my stream instead of the other stream. Just give me one day a week. I tell you what, I will convince you to stay for the rest of the time being. 401 likes on the live. Thank you for each and every one of you. Strong support coming through right now. Strong group of people. Thank you very, very much. Again, I will be on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m. Catch me on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m. That's on BitBoy's channel. If you do not know what channel that is, let me show you. BitBoy Crypto, and that's my man BitBoy. He started a channel just like I did, got his hat in the game, began to make videos every single day, and now he's doing what he does. Let's take a look at BitBoy Crypto here. He has one of the biggest channels in all of cryptocurrency. If you didn't know, most people do. Most people found me through him, so we're not going to make a joke here. But 1.45 million subscribers, and I will be on one of the guests on Around the Blockchain. So thank you guys so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Also do the same for BitBoy Crypto, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, so DAG, USDT, at the lows here. Should be getting a bit of a bounce. Let's take a look at the divergence. The daily does have momentum compared to most. We also see bullish divergence on the RSI on DAG. So bullish divergence on DAG. 4 hour is low. Daily has momentum. 1 hour is just not in the sweet spot yet. Take a look at where the 15-minute is. Can it roll the 1 hour? It could. It's extremely oversold. Okay, I got my data. I got my information. I see what I need to see. Let's kind of break it down now. So you see how much stuff I've extrapolated before I even start looking at other things? Okay. Now I'm going to set my support and resistance lines. Super important. All right. And you can see resistance there, a place to take profit that will coincide with the 618 Fibonacci. And you go, aha, you have your aha moment there. Strong bullish divergence on the 4 hour as well. I like what I'm seeing here. The 15-minute could flip the 1 hour. The 1 hour is the only thing we need to worry about. And it's actually not in the worst spot. So interesting enough, DAG may make some moves here. It really will. So thank you for putting DAG on the radar. Much appreciated to you and yours. So what I see for DAG is I pattern trade all the time because the pattern traded to me is the safest bet. So the idea that DAG is just going to make it to the top of its pattern, go up about 161%. I thought that was 16. Wow. DAG could go up that much on the measured move. Wow. DAG did it recently here. It went up 91. It did it recently here. It went up 76. Here it went up 61 or more. DAG, it's lower now with the same type of pump. You'd be getting 100. Wow. If we even just go to the top of the channel, you're looking for 114% gains. I like what you're saying about DAG, and you know what? There's a chance this does happen. Bitcoin could dump this to the downside. It's a high-risk play. You're basically going to hide out here at the 886 retracement for your stop loss. But DAG could do some numbers. Let's take a look at the 22-hour, which is a trade, you know. Yeah, it says it could flip, and you are seeing strong divergence for DAG. It's very, very interesting, to say the least. Yeah, 886. Now, if you break down, you will go even lower. There's no guarantee that you're not going to break down. But there's a chance you get some massive gains. I mean, if this even hits the measured move, it's like a 5x. So, wow. You just definitely found something that's interesting on my radar. And there's possibly massive gains for DAG. Stop loss below the 886 retracement area there. Stop loss below, right? So stops below that area for sure. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang, bang, bang. And you know what? We will win if we stay together, everybody. We will win if we stay together and we keep it moving. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Frankie Candles. If you're out there, Frankie, we love you. Shout out to BitBoy Ben. I love you, Ben. Thank you for everything you've done for me, from my family to yours, man. Can't wait to get the kids together one day, have them running around. We'll come out to Atlanta. We'll chill. But thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. Hit Network, everyone over there, your whole team, DZ, everybody over at BitBoy. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate it. So DAG looking scrumptious to me as well. Quite interesting. Having some tweakiness with my Discord. Kind of funny. My computer's acting up lately. I don't know what's going on. It wants me to do the update. I'm always afraid to do updates on Windows computers. And DAG has huge gains. We haven't seen a coin that's presenting gains like that on a pattern trade, just a little mini pattern trade, in a long time. So just something to put on the radar for sure. All right. Super chat's cleared. Thank you so much, man. BitBoys Around the Blockchain live with Lifer today. Thursday, 5 p.m. Around the Blockchain is a cryptocurrency show discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, top altcoins, and the crypto market news. What do you think about XDC? Send in a super chat so I can go over that. I got some other things to talk about. Did PYR finally bottom? Can you believe they took it all the way back down to 444? Unreal, right? Vulcan Forge. One Earth could also give 100% gains on the daily. You know, I got a chart on that. I wanted to keep that to the lifers alone, man. We'll give you guys, we'll show it to you. But if you join the trading group, this is a trade that we are looking at closely right now. When you want One Earth, you have to type in a letter, then type in a number, and you'll get there. Isn't that funny? They have it on FEMAX? I didn't know that. Okay. And shout out to all the awesome YouTubers out there that do make up the YouTube community. Everyone that supports YouTube, shows up every single day, makes content, makes videos. It's because of each and every one of us that we keep crypto moving, man. It's like they're trying to bring crypto down. We are the voice of crypto, everybody. We have a big role to it. We have big shoes to fill, okay? One Earth is trying to stop everybody out there. See, the wick, stop loss wick, but it got back up into the pattern. Chance it's trying to make a move here. Okay, we'll get back into Bitcoin in a second, but I'm seeing this as a bit of cup and handle, bit of a double bottom, and One Earth could make 23% gains. You know, back to these highs, it could go up even more. I guess what you're saying, but I mean, DAG, just this move alone right there was 114. So you see what I'm saying? And this has been posted already in the group. My group knows all about it. They're about it. Are you about it? Glimmer. No, that's Gollum. Someone's trying to tell me that all the secret agencies are using Gollum on the low. 22% gains for ADA 3L. Kind of nice of a move. Finally bouncing. I knew it was supposed to bounce there. It dropped. Now it's bouncing. It's funny. Now this idea may play out to the upside. May have been preemptive here. It could make an M at that point too. Broke out of the channel for sure. That's a clean breakout. You have hidden bullish divergence, tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. The daily is in a giant falling wedge. You're a boss, Sam. Keep shining that light. This world is a better place with you in it. Thank you, Chase. I love you. Really, that was Intel. GG, crypto noob crooks. We don't play. For sure, my crypto YouTube is important. Yeah, man. Did I miss SUNDAESWAP, or is it not enough data to look at it? I mean, someone just asked me. The way the super chat was said, what do you think of SUNDAESWAP? See you on ATB today, Sam. Today, 100, Sam. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, you got to come strong. Frankie is a good dude. Thank you, man. Frankie is a good dude. Okay. I hit the follow on BitBoy yesterday, so the lifer brought me to him. One hand washes the other. There you go. I found BitBoy and George more about fundamentals. But I do the same thing. I say that I talk about the fundamentals too, though. That's what everyone realizes. Like, everyone thinks because I do charts that I'm not a fundamental analyst. And it's just completely wrong. It's just 100% wrong. Like, I believe the TA shows you the FA, and they go hand in hand together. And through the workings of each other, they kind of wrap each other into a beautiful package. So to me, it's the completely opposite. Like, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. Like, a big company wants to buy another company. You'll see a cup and handle. Then they'll buy the company and there'll be a huge pump. And they'll be like, well, that's why they bought the company. It wasn't the technical analysis. And people say that. But a TA guy that knows FA will see that they both actually combine to make Voltron. And that the forces together are strong. You get it? The forces together are strong. And that's a very interesting concept that most people don't understand and can't, don't use to their advantage. Okay? Sorry about that. Just putting the mic a little down. Sorry, it's in my face most of the day. Anyway, so I did readjust this chart, but there's a chance this does make it to the measured move now. Okay? Interesting. Waiting for the next salary. I'll be signing up. COVID bankrupt my business, but now looking forward to crypto. And I think you're the most honest streamer I listen to. Shout out to Adam. Thank you, man. Hey, Lifer, could you check OGN and see where it's going? I'd like to if you send in a super chat, man. It's just rude if I do that when people send in a super chat. You get me? You talk fundamentals woven into the TA, which is even better. Exactly. George likes to read news, which isn't really fundamental analysis. Yeah, exactly. I watched George. I started watching George when I was a kid, when I first got into crypto. And then one day I watched George and I'm like, man, I want to make money in the crypto space. You know? Sam, maybe you can get guest on George's morning show sometime. His show is over when yours starts and could be great for more subscribers. That would be awesome, man. Falcon on the 4 hours is Sammy Cup and Handy. My measured move was almost 500%. What do you think? I mean, don't go for the big moves during these correctional times, in my humble opinion. It could go, but I'm just not there yet 100% with the idea that we've bottomed out, you know? I got into cup and handle as well, so me and you see eye to eye. See that? Probably was posted, but look, it got stopped out. Or this could have, you know what it is? A lot of times it didn't get stopped out, but I did this on a different time frame. Because this doesn't make sense that I would do it like that. Let me see. You see how this is like, nah, this is weird, you know? Was I on the 15 showing that? No, no, because if the line was there, then I would have, the entry is there. So this wouldn't. Oh yeah, this goes above the entry though. Let me see. Interesting. I'm going to look at when I posted this. So weird that I can't like use Discord the way I want to. I searched Falcon. Yeah, I have it in this higher point. There was a possible 1 hour scalp, but it didn't do. So we were on this channel saying, can it hold this support zone? That makes sense now. So I'm right here. And the thing about my trades are, yes, they're going to, some of them may fall to the downside. The idea is you're going to, if you break support, get out of the trade. I have I'm at support. I'm like, support needs to hold for this. And I'll say that. I'll be like, support needs to hold for this trade to occur. So you might not even get stopped out for 10%. You likely should just wait for this to drop. And then when you see that you didn't bounce off support, you get out of the trade. My trades are simple because there's low risk, higher reward. You start to identify where you can get the best pocket of time to get into a trade. See chart for SUNDAESWAP. Shout out to Tyler and Sarah. Okay, let's take a look at SUNDAESWAP for the chart. I didn't even know it had a chart yet, really. And I don't know where to chart it, honestly. I'll take a look, though. We'll figure it out. We'll type in SUNDAESWAP here on Coin Market Cap, and we'll track it down. We will track it down. Sunday. Let's take a look at SUNDAESWAP. Okay, so contract address, I don't even see it. How am I supposed to find the chart for this? I don't even know where it is. Anyone know where you find charts for SUNDAESWAP? I mean, I look at it here. It's in the dumps, right? It came out at 18 cents in April. Yeah, and it's down all the way to 6 cents. probably a good time to jump on into a good, ecosystem for Cardano, because once we start to rip again, I'm telling you, the decentralized world is going to fly. People are going to be swapping and flipping, and it's not going to be the same live stream that you're seeing right now. The live stream actually takes on a life of its own, depending on the predicaments we're in inside of the crypto space. We still need good charting software for Cardano coins. ICP was the best well-dressed scam I've ever seen. Dude, I told everyone to stay away from that, and people laughed at me. I said, I was like, that coin is a laughable joke, bro. And it was made all nice and fancy, you know? It was made all nice and fancy. Like, it's crazy, man. Let's take a look at BTC. We are getting a bit of a bounce here back to above 30K, if you can believe that. They're playing with the shorts and the longs, everybody. They're playing with them. Look at that. Back in the pattern. You're back in the pattern. Now you can break a parabolic, but now you're high again. You see this? I guess they're making me do a broadening. They're making me do the broadening wedge now. This is what we're in. We're at resistance again. This is some of the ugliest TA I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Can't make sense of that. That's just pure manipulation. That's them. They're doing. That's the market maker just doing whatever he wants, and just like being completely oblivious to the rest of the world. Pretty interesting. Now you have mixed signals here, and we never got lower to that 28.9. Now you can see more liquidity stacked up here. That's why sometimes, it's like support and resistance. You're at resistance. I just got deja vu right now. I mean, we got bearish divergence, hidden bearish. Swing down to swing down, and this swings to the upside. You see this? Look at that. That's hidden bearish divergence right there, established right now. Telling you that we should dump. So I'm just showing you hidden bearish divergence right now. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but there is some hidden bearish divergence right there on Bitcoin. Hands down. Like, you're also at this resistance. You keep hitting this diagonal resistance line. And likely, if this is the channel, you'll head back down. Okay? 1 hour has the double top coming, but it's still up here. I don't care how much momentum you get out of the 1 hour. Eventually, you're coming down. Eventually, you're coming down. So funny. The 1 hour did some funny stuff today. And they've been messing with these stokes. They really have. You did get the bounce on the 15, and you did get the bullish divergence as labeled by that. Swing down and swing down. That's not as sharp as a swing, technically. So I got to say it's in a broadening wedge. Let me look at it. I'm going to look at it alone now, too, and spend some time just freestyling. This is how I really find out what Bitcoin's doing. I freestyle, That's how we found the diamond. Hey, we found this diamond yesterday on my channel and the night before it even dumped. You're on my channel, you would have been told that was a diamond, and diamonds break down basically 70% of the time. So you would be given the highest probability of a break to the downside based on the diamond, I have some support and resistance levels that I've made here. Like, they must be on the daily. Fine. That was a trade right there. That trade hit beautifully. I think it was like a cement. Yeah, see? We called this trade right here out of this wedge to the measured move. Look at that. Why the measured move? Because it took the whole length of this pole. See this? That would bang on them to the upside. Look at that. They tried to stop hunt, but our stop was lower. They didn't catch us. We got caught right there at support, and this would bang on you. That was a beautiful trade. Set in stone right there on the USD pair on BTC, right? It's been there since I left it. Haven't left it. And why I brought my position up to there is because I brought the stop. I took this as my measured move. Anyway, I'm going to delete everything. We're going to look at it again, but just, rising wedges breaking down. So, what are you doing, Bitcoin? Let's figure it out. I got to really, really look at it. Okay. And I'll find on my years of trading, something will come into play. So we know we have heavy resistance. Let's just say right at this wick right here, where we're very close to approaching, which is 33,000. We know we have heavy resistance at 48K. We know we have heavy resistance here at 52,000 area. Okay. We know we got support here at 20,000. We know we have a little bit of support at that notch right there because it is a slight notch of consolidation at about 23 highs, 24K. And we know we have this big support here that we're attempting to hold at 28,900. All right. So we breached a few times. And again, these are zones. They don't have to be exact lines. They are zones. One thing I will tell you, I'll tell you how you know if we're going to enter a bear market or not. I have the key. And I'm going to tell you, if you stay tuned towards the end of the live, I'm going to tell you how to know whether we enter a multi-year bear market or not. All right? So, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So, look at this. On the bigger time frame, we've been showing this idea. And there's a chance that, like, you know, I matched in this. Trying to find a tighter zone, but yeah, we match this. Okay. And that's just how you have to look at it. And you can clearly see now a little bit of resistance, and we bounced, right? So that's why we came to that area and we got our resistance wicks. There's also a huge area of resistance for Bitcoin, okay? Based on this idea, all right? So what do I say? I mean, the daily wants down. Like, the daily's now got a bearish cross and pointing to the downside. It's likely the daily goes to the downside. So what has to happen first is the price action has to break back inside this pattern. All right. Remember, I'm starting to figure them out. If they want to go down, they're going to go up first. It's like a car. When the market maker wants to take a right, he takes a left first, goes around the block, and then he takes a right. If he just took a right, he wouldn't be able to take all of you with him. So he takes a left first. So before he goes right, he takes a left, and then he comes around the block and he dumps. You get it? It's kind of what he did here. So if he wants to come down, now he thinks it's already. Now he thinks we think he did it again. He might come up again and do it again, because now everyone's expecting it because that was the liquidity grab. He goes, oh no, I'll do it again. We're gonna get mixed signals, but eventually we're gonna get a bit of a move. Now this daily could curve and stay up here. I've seen that, and you could move up. There's an anomaly, stochastics anomalies. I want to make this an extraction. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader. I'm known as Crypto Lifer on YouTube. I want to talk about anomalies in the stochastics RSI. I use the stochastics RSI, and it's a great and a very accurate trading instrument. It's an oscillator that goes up and down as price does, and it gives me ideas of the strength. Now, it's an oscillator that's kind of mapped off of the RSI. We extract the data from the RSI to give us quicker in and out points, to give us faster modes of movement inside of price action. When we're looking at this closely, okay, and what I want to show you is there's times where you will have what are called anomalies in the stochastics RSI. Now, mainly, they go up and down beautifully, okay? Up here, you should get out, dump. Up here, you should get out, dump. Up here, you should get out, dump. 3 in a row, beautiful. Up here, they're high above the dotted line. You should get out, dump. Up here, they're high above the dotted line, dump. Up here, they're high above the dotted line, dump. And here, high above the dotted line, and we get a dump. You start to understand how I'm using the stochastics RSI. Let me move them up here for more visual purposes. However, I've studied this many times, and there's a few places where price action will continue sideways and continue up. This is why I created my system. My system allows you to trap price and figure out where it's going to go. Once you trap price, right? So, stochastics RSI should always go down, right? But 1 out of like 40 or 50 times, you're going to consolidate to the side. That's going to really present a bullish scenario. If the price can defy the movement of the downward movement of stochastics and the price can continue sideways, you're building the idea, you're building the momentum that you're springboarding for a bigger move. It's meaning, like, I usually go up and down and the price goes up and down, and then I spring up and I spring up. But what if price action goes flat and the stochastics go down? They're getting ready for a massive move to the upside. You can see that by this here. That's why in my trading style, I'm always using this replay tool. I'm going back in time. And when I teach my students, we're doing what's called a projection. We're projecting patterns before they happen, and we're watching how they interact with the stochastics RSI. Super important. This is really how I capture gains. If you can understand this concept, which I'm sure it will go right over most people's heads, because they think they know what I'm saying, but there's more going on than they realize. There's more extrapolation and overlapping data here. This is actually doing more for you than you even could believe. So here, most people would have been like, I'm bearish. Let me just take you through the scenario. Most people would say, all right, we're bullish, daily is low. Fine, right? Daily comes back and gets high again, right? So the daily gets high. Most people at this point would be bearish, right? Like right there. let's just say when we start to turn. But what happens is we go sideways, and we reset down. When we reset down and we end up hitting the bottom of the pattern, that's my go-to. I trade bottoms of patterns. I trade when the stochastics coincide with the bottom of the pattern. This would have given me an amazing buy signal for Bitcoin to the upside. Point of the story is, even though we were high here, we did not collapse to the next lower low, and we did not hit a lower point. Bitcoin could continue. And these are the anomalies. They don't always happen. And they come with big movement in price action. Another time Bitcoin did this, and I can show you because I have them pinpointed out, and it's super important to see, because by extrapolating this data slowly, calmly, and efficiently, we're able to think clearly. We're able to see what the past is telling us instead of seeing jumbled information that doesn't make any sense. We go to the daily again for Bitcoin, and this is the other time I remember that Bitcoin had a bit of a move. It was right around here. I remember these things because I trade Bitcoin every single day, and I use it like the back of my hand, the stochastics RSI, or use this indicator. So we came up here. We got overbought. Again, we got overbought. Bitcoin should have come all the way back down maybe and done a nice retracement, right? But what I do is I project 3 patterns right when we get to the height of the stochastics. I project either the idea that we're making a bear rectangle, either a bear pennant, right? Or I project a falling wedge. Because those are one of the 3 things that can happen. That, or price could keep going up. There's the 1% chance price keeps going up, and I'm always open-minded to that idea. What happens is then I'm in that replay tool, and I get to these highs. Also, if I flip on my moving averages, I know that the 21-day moving average would have to kind of interact with price action. I'm waiting for the 21 to kiss price action to give me the indication that we will continue. They got pretty close right there. That's a kiss to me. It doesn't have to almost touch. Stochastics would bend right here, all right? Even though the daily was high, we ended up going to the upside. So just because you have high stochastics, now how would you have circumvented this and figured this out? You would have put your support and resistance lines down, okay? Like I'm doing here. You also would have made a zone of support and resistance because you know it's not just a line, it's a bit of an area, it's a bit of a zone. And you would have encapsulated this zone, all right? This is the stuff you would learn if you watch me every single day on YouTube and you join my trading group. At this point, you would have gone to a smaller time frame to assess the situation, okay? You would have seen possibly maybe that this 4-hour was extremely low and bouncing off this resistance, okay? Down on the support. You go to this 1 hour, and on the 1 hour, we had this pretty wacky divergence that played out. And even here, we had a strange divergence because this is swinging down. You see this area? Let me open it up. This area of price action is swinging to the downside. It's going down, down, down. But this RSI is swinging to the upside, and that would give you your bottom area to get in on that bounce. So by knowing divergences, by being able to zoom into smaller time frames, you could have defied the scare tactic that the daily gave you and still traded this bullishly to the upside. I hope you like this. This is stochastic anomalies, stochastics RSI anomalies. Watch more videos like this. I will be making live streams from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every single day and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Come to the live stream for more awesome educational information like this. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I also do one-on-one tutoring. I have classes, and I have an amazing Discord for $99 a month that I think you would love to jump on into. I haven't taken a day off in 500 days, and I don't take Christmas. I don't take Thanksgiving, and I am here every single day. I even live streamed while my wife was giving birth in the hospital. She told me I could, just to make it clear, and I took that time. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and follow me on all my socials. I'll see you on the next big trade. All right, guys, thank you so much for letting me do that. Getting better at winging those out, right? Just coming up with things on the fly. Anyway, so, and I hope a lot of you guys got a lot out of that. That's a really big teaching moment that we just hit. Took me years to figure this out, what I'm teaching you guys. And that's basically my elite trading style in a nutshell, if you can pick up on what I'm putting down. Okay? Bitcoin pumping and doing damage. Interesting. So we are retesting. If we take a look at this, we could say, okay, we're retesting the bear flag that we bounced out of, right? So there's an idea that we're doing a retest. 4-hour is doing the retest. So if we just trade the 4-hour and the 4-hour alone, and we forget the smaller time frames right now, the 4-hour tells us to trade the retest. All right? That's what it does. And it's a strong time frame, and you're bouncing off a support and resistance area. You are pushing up. MACD has lack of bearish momentum, and you got slight hidden bullish because, look, this is a swing down to swing down. That's a swing up to swing up. Even if I go lower here to this angle, it's kind of flat. Even if it's an uptrend, that's far more of an uptrend. That is hidden bullish divergence, tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. So in that way, you kind of have to be bullish for Bitcoin. However, the 1 hour is just not giving you the sauce, right? It's interesting. It's a very interesting time. Now, rising wedges break up parabolically, right? Wow, they're like making it very difficult. Could we be making a shoulder? Could this be a V-shaped recovery all the way back to this resistance and this resistance? No, these are two areas you will be looking to take some profits from based on this move, because you might have a rejection here when the 15-minute gets overbought. Yeah, I mean, the 15-minute is about to get overbought at this resistance point. Not feeling this move too much. So a little sketchy. Yeah, I do put it in that broad. Yeah, I had the broadening wedge in the other channel. That's basically Bitcoin in a nutshell. Look for it to come back down and maybe bounce here. The 1 hour and the 15-minute are not healthy. I'm not feeling, I don't buy into this move. And again, it could keep going up to the upside. I am not perfect. Everything I say is not 110%. I'm not a financial advisor. I do the best I can with the years and years of knowledge that I have on the charts, 1 hour and daily are bearish. Agreed. My brother, could you possibly look at the 6 hour? Let's take a look. Okay. Wow, it's poking now too. That's crazy. 6 hour super bullish. Look at that. Wants the boom on us. 6 hour wants to bang. Interesting. So we trade the 6 hour, and the 6 hour alone, it's gonna bang. You know what? I'm gonna test this right now. I'm gonna back test this. I'm gonna put $500 in the 6 hour. I've never traded the 6 hour, but I'm gonna test it live. I'm gonna put $500 in the 6 hour, and I'm gonna get out when the 6 hour gets, maybe in the middle. I'm going to put a bunch of alerts in the 6 hour here. I'm going to put $500 if the 6 hour breaks up. I mean, technically it's a cup and handle in the 6 hour too as well. You see? It's interesting. It's a clean retest, period. Period, it's a clean retest for sure. 6 hours very bullish. That's interesting. Never traded the 6 hour though. So it's kind of, that's like a difficult zone to put me in. And this is how I learn. I learn by doing. Because if 10 trades go well, then I keep doing it, I'm bearish as all in this though. See, it's weird. It's like my indicators give me bearishness. The one I've never touched, 6 hours telling me moves. Telling me that Bitcoin's going to go to the upside. So we trade Bitcoin on the 6 minute, and I'll just back test it on 3 commas. Shout out to 3 commas, everybody. Use 3 commas. I use it every single day of my life. There's a reason. Keeps me organized. Keeps me way more level-headed. When you're trying to get in and out of a trade and the buttons aren't working and you're pressing on KuCoin and the order book's a mess, it's not fun. It becomes a mess. 3 commas takes care of that. Makes things really easy. Makes things streamlined and very, very straightforward. If you're not using 3 commas, you are missing out, in my humble opinion, on a really nice and easy way to trade. So, funny, all of the coins just went green on the day, which is interesting. Right now, look, we're going to smart trade Bitcoin, and we're just going to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin on the 6 hour time frame. And we're going to see how this trade plays out, okay? We're just going to see what happens. Again, we're not going to make a lot of money on this trade. Might like $5 or $10 because we're not trading leverage. But I just want to test the 6 hour with everybody. We'll come back tomorrow, and I'll show you where the $500 went. Then if that works out, we'll begin to trade the 6 hour the same way, and we'll begin to find something that may be added to my trading tools, okay? So this is how I do it. You're going to see it live here. So here I'm going to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin. We got 10,000 in waiting, right? So I'm going to buy $500 of BTC right now. Limit order in. Bang, bang, bang. And at 30,300, there we go. And it's at They're giving me 320. They're saying it's more expensive on KuCoin right now. They're saying it's 30,320 and it's dumping down to 285 right now, right? Now, I'll hold this for 10 years too if the trade doesn't go well, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not risky really, in my humble opinion. But we'll see. Trade this 6 hour, and what I like to do is, see this note section here? It's really cool. In this note section, type in here and type in, you know, be like, you could just type in the notes, like, you can add a note here, right? Oh, wait, right. Where is it? Right there, you can add the note. Push that back up. And be like, I am testing the 6 hour. You see this? It's like a trader's diary for yourself there. It really gets you started, get you going. All right? Bang, bang, bang. All right, so there's the idea there that we will bounce on the 6 hour. But again, I am bearish on the 1 hour right now. Even though, I have to be honest, there's indecisiveness. So when I see indecisiveness, I do not overtrade. You know? I see indecision because you got the 4 hour wanting to bang you to the upside. You get the 1 hour like a little too high. You're at resistance on the 15. You see? So I got mixed signals that we have to go lower for the boom. Like we're going to come down here again before we blast off. You know? Kind of a very strange pattern forming here. And then the other bigger broadening wedge that I had in here. Both are very anomalic and strange patterns that you don't see every day at all. The day started regular. I had a rising wedge that was going to break to the downside, and it did perfectly. Did exactly what it's supposed to do. In the daily, in the 1 hour, should have continued to the downside, which you get a drop. They're trying to, like, someone's trying to buy in right now. It's pretty interesting. It's quite interesting. We're getting some whale buys. Let's take a look at the entire show here. And again, I didn't look at the Dow this morning like we usually do. So the Dow actually looking bullish to me on the 1 hour. So it's funny. The Dow's flipping Bitcoin, in my humble opinion. So even though Bitcoin looks bullish, the Dow's flipping it. It doesn't matter. So we're going to look at the S&P, and that's why it just forget the oscillators. Look at this. The S&P is flipping bullish right now to the upside. It's going to flip Bitcoin bullish. It's that simple, everybody. So we just figured out the code. Why the oscillators don't look right recently. The Bitcoin oscillators have been offset, and Bitcoin's pumping to the upside based on this idea. The S&P 500 is about to get a pump on the 1 hour. This is huge. Look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder there forming and a move to the upside for the S&P to 42,676. The time eddies appear in the stochastics reset by altering the point at which candles open and close. Price and volume will flow in the direction destined. I have no idea what he just said. That's what happens with Danny. You have no clue what he said. The S&P 500. Are you vacuum cleaning? Thought we went over this. I really thought we went over this. Maybe she's dry. That's so funny. I'm not gonna yell at my wife. I don't care. She can do whatever she wants. She's an angel. Sweetest woman in the world. So beautiful, so sweet, so lovely. And look, I mean, am I wrong again? But is it gonna be Sammy Cup and Handy on the S&P 500? I know we are about to get a rally of rallies. 4 hours about to blast on up. I'm telling you right now, that looks very bullish for the S&P. The measured move for the S&P is the length of this entire area here. You can go to any channel you want. We're going to actually know where the entire world markets are going to go in the next few hours. So go to any channel you want. We're going to figure out what is actually going to happen to Bitcoin today. All right. And I got to put in the work. I can't hear it anyway. Thank you, man. I can't hear it, bro. She's good. Be grateful for a clean home. I am. Good. Can't hear it on the stream. It will make your fear disappear. Lifer is an amazing teacher, committed to his students' success and dreams. I hope that helps. How's Dag looking now? We'll take a look. Hey, Sam, you're the man. Love your determination. You are respectful in my eyes and my soul. How do you allocate your trading portfolio? How many trades will you spread your funds? 1, 5, or 10? I don't know. It depends any time, man. We'd have to sit for a long time. Like, I keep 60% of my money in Bitcoin. I'll tell you that. I swing trade, about 20 to 30% of my portfolio. The rest is in long-term holds like Cardano, XRP, Ethereum, and coins that I believe in, EGLD, that can do big numbers. Then coins I truly believe in, I still sell and buy back later because I believe like they could go lower. And I did that for about 30% of my portfolio. So 30% I sold and bought back lower. Another 20% I'm swing trading. Doesn't even match. I'm trying to do the math, but like And 60% I'm keeping in Bitcoin and other coins that I want to hold long term. Okay. Oh, we do? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. My daughter has a ballet recital today. But it's only one class. It's only 8 girls, no? Really? Wow, so the S&P getting a bit of a flip here on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. That gives me, I'm going to flip completely bullish on Bitcoin now, because if the S&P flips bullish, and so what we're going to be looking for is the S&P to break above 4,309, which is our next resistance. The S&P gets above that, it's going to get to the next resistance. This will also confirm the breakout of this falling wedge that I've been talking about on the daily, the 3-day, the 5-day time frame for a long time. Let's see how much the 4 hour can give us. So now, yes, the daily is waning and the daily wants to dump on us, but that does not mean the 4 hour will not complete its move. Let's let the 4 hour do its thing on the S&P. This will coincide with Bitcoin. I'm telling you right now, the S&P has a huge move. We will get a big move on the S&P. Someone say bullish Bitcoin. Learning from the lifer why I do some X-ray crystallography in the X-ray lab. You're the man, dude. So cool. USD FOMC member master speaks 10 a.m. When is that though? Put the date, dude. Come on, Philippe. We went over Falcons. We did that. Sammy Cup and 80 measure move almost 5%. That is 110% of your portfolio because lifer always goes 110%. You're funny, man. Shout out to Danny Reyes. Appreciate you, brother. So, S&P in a cup and handle. Let's let that 4 hour play out and see what happens. Trade the 4 hour on the 4 hour only. We should be bullish on the entire market cap for all of cryptocurrency too, based on this idea. And you know, we broke out. We're retesting right now at $1.21 trillion. And you can see how this diagonal trend line is becoming support. There are diagonal fibs, I want to tell you. There's Gann fans, and we could be hitting a diagonal Fibonacci right now on that level. I'll look at it with my crew, and we'll go over the Gann fans, but I believe we are at this point. So, $1.21 trillion is holding. We want to move to the upside. We do not want to see a massive dump. That 1 hour says we will, though. See, I got mixed signals for this, everybody. I got mixed signals. Possible double bottom. 1 hour wants to be juiced, but like, in my life, opening up trades here, like 90 to 70% of, like 80% of them get banged out. So there's just no reason to open a trade here. It's bad news bears, okay? It's bad news bears. So I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. But right now, I still have mixed signals on Bitcoin. Watch your trades. Wait for this 1 hour to get, you're going to have to get above. For me, I got to see 1.24 trillion to really remain bullish, but the 4 hour is bullish. The 1 hour looks like it's just going to do some minutia. So you know what? We draw my flags. That's what we do. That's what I'm not doing is my flag. So flag out the 1 hour. It's got to stay in this pennant when we reset on the stochastics. It stays in this pennant, we're good to go. It doesn't stay in this pennant, then look for, a breakdown below resistance and maybe a falling wedge. And it has a Schiller effect. It's divine. If it shines, it's crystalline. 90% of all solids are crystalline in nature. Big Boys Around the Blockchain live with Lifer today, Thursday, 5 p.m. Around the Blockchain is a cryptocurrency show discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto market news. Support the Lifer. It smells like a bull trap. It definitely does. DAG did a pump about 35 minutes ago. Makes sense. Little bit of something, nothing crazy though. No. Just came from Olan stream. What is Olan stream? What is Olan? And why do you watch Olan and not my stream? Shine crystalline as serious bars flow. The point of life is to become crystalline and descend to the 12th dimension. Interesting. S&P 500 index, CFD correct? I don't know what he just said, man. And let's look at the dollar continuing to dump to the downside. That is also good for Bitcoin. The dollar continued to dump. This is beautiful. However, we're extremely oversold now. You're going to get a bounce at one point. That worries me too. That Bitcoin just flirting with the low dollar, and boom, you're going to get a bounce. The daily for the dollar really wants to caroon and move. And let's delete. Let me delete this little work here. But the daily wants to move. It really does. You see this? And your measured move is kind of linked to this pole. What I'm hoping is for an M pattern. A big giant M and we're gone. And we can say, sayonara, you hit your resistance again from 1989. You're going to dump to the downside. But I do see the daily pumping on the daily. This is worrisome for Bitcoin. Okay? Maybe we're going to consolidate in this area until the 1 hour cools off. But I'm back. Stochastics are like inspecting a multifaceted diamond. In a way. Total market cap of all the alts. Told you we desperately needed to bounce out of this wedge. We did, and we broke right back down. Not a good sign. Bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder, but these alts are now in a bear rectangle. And the measured move of the bear rectangle is to the downside. I gotta say this. I'm showing you that if I had to play it the way the traditional TA tells me to play it, we are dumping the $300 billion for the alts, and the alts are going to lose a lot of value. We got beat by heavy resistance, and the alts need 480 billion back really to remain bullish. We're below big time areas. People that started short down here are still in big money. You have to remember that. The shorts are still in big control. A lot of people that's still in a short are still in big money right now. Okay. That's the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. US Tether dominance also on the daily, wanting to make a move and bouncing off support. Showing signs of a big move back up, like it broke back inside its pattern. This is Bitcoin's retest. I'm going on this idea. I believe we must short the market. The dominance is telling you, so you don't have to look for the manipulation on the Bitcoin chart. Look at the other charts that they don't think we're looking at, which is the overall big picture. And this is telling you that Tether dominance is going to boom. Now you juxtapose this with Bitcoin dominance, and if they're both going to boom, you have the recipe for a nasty dump on your hands. Okay? We go over this a lot on my channel, usually towards the end of the stream once I get into the zone. And I mean, this is about to dump. So you got Bitcoin dominance wanting to dump. All right? Which is actually, that means people are going to just really run out of the market. Like, so Bitcoin dominance dumps for two reasons. When Bitcoin pumps hard and people run in, and when the whole market dumps and people just sell out. It also dumps when altcoins pump, but like, when people sell out of altcoins, they sell into US Tether. When people sell out of Bitcoin, they sell into US Tether. When you see this scenario, it's telling you a big swan event is coming. It's telling you to be prepared for a big black swan event. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm going over this stuff. I've seen it. I can backtest it for you. Look at the last time the daily wanted to rip out of a really bullish pattern on the US Tether dominance. Let's go by like this falling wedge. Let's just say it was in this fallen wedge. Really, it's a bullish pattern. Low stochastics. It wanted to bang on you, right? And where are we? That's when Bitcoin dominance was taking a massive dump. And this is the Bitcoin chart right here, actually. This is when Bitcoin took a massive dump to the downside. So I'm just, you know, I gotta put this on the radar that, yikes. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. I think I was looking at Bitcoin, not Bitcoin dominance, which is weird. That wants to pump a little, so people are going to run into Bitcoin, and then you're going to see Bitcoin dump too. That's what it's saying to me. They'll pump together, then people will start getting really out, and then this will take the cake. So when you see Tether dominance in a bull flag wanting to break out, you must heed it. When you see Bitcoin dominance beginning to make a rising wedge with bearish divergence, you must heed it. Something's brewing here. Remember, we timed Bitcoin moves with a big move for Bitcoin dominance. This is a big move down for Bitcoin. So I am telling everybody, it looks like the shorts are going to make more money. I have to say, it looks like the shorts are making more money. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here is financial advice. So yes, we may get a pump on the 4 hour. But when that comes back down around, that daily is telling us something is coming, you know. All right, everyone, I'm out for the day. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for being here, and I'll be back on the live stream. I'll be here 5 years from now. I'll be here 2 years from now. I will be here no matter what. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being a part of the live. And just, I appreciate each and every one of you. Every single time you come to the live, you make my day. So thank you so much for making me the happiest guy in the world. You've done something for somebody today when you come to the live. You've done something for me. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful journey. And I'll see you all on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m. Yeah, back for more. You know, I wanted to say one last thing. I wanted to say one last thing. Cro-Magnon man found fire, right? But there was a time where he didn't know fire, and he had no fire, right? Look at this. This is interesting. We get into philosophy here a lot and the breakdowns of life because it coincides with the charts and the language of the charts. But so Cro-Magnon man, I love this cool little whiteboard, right? It's so cool. But you have Cro-Magnon man, and there was a time, right, where he didn't have fire. You know, he didn't have it. And the logs that make the fire, he didn't have the fire. Now, without fire, he couldn't do so many things. Couldn't keep himself warm. Couldn't cook food. Couldn't do signals. We use fires for signals. Like, you could signal where each other were from far away. Look up on a high mountain. You see the mountaintop. And it had smoke coming out. So, but they found fire. And I don't know how they found it. I don't know if an alien race gave it to them. I don't know if lightning came and they took it from the lightning. Then they kept using it. I don't know if they say they rubbed two sticks together. But so there was already things on the earth that could create fire for them. But they just had to find it. So what that tells me is the earth is like a big scavenger hunt with a bunch of hidden gems in it. And if we can find the right things and put them together, we can make fire. So right now, I believe there's something out here like fire. It's free energy, it's element 115, and it exists. We just haven't found it yet. We're on our way to something amazing, everybody. The human race has not even breached what it's going to become. Don't let the people right now that are being negative and really low frequency make you believe that's what you're a part of. There's a group of us that are way on another dimension, on another frequency, and we're going to take the race to that level. We are. We're going to do it with love, light, and with the strongest frequencies in the world. So stick with me, everybody. We're going to find fire. I love you all. Had a wonderful day. Be safe. Danny, get the picture up for crying out loud over here. I got a donut to eat. I love you. I could die tomorrow. I could die tonight. I love you today. Peace.